Okay, let's take a look at what we've done today. So if I'm standing here, we've turned over this bed here. There were a lot of garlic in there that we've actually taken out. And we've also turned over that bed there with the lovely calendulas there. So we've taken out some shallots that we do not need to be growing anymore. We've brought half of the mixture of horse manure and mushroom compost here. We still got plenty on the delivery site. We've only watered our potatoes here. Those have already been healed last week, so perhaps another few days and they'll need healing again. And this bed here, there were like some shallots that were struggling, so we pulled those out. We're gonna be purposing this for some of our sweet peppers. So is the bed behind me. My intention is to double these beds up with some of these cola raised beds, and then put some peppers in here. I think they'll do very well in these two beds. Okay, so this is the one that we've taken. This was full of calendulas, so I've just left the calendulas strategically the way I want them to encourage all the pollinators. Okay, we haven't done anything with any one of this bed or that bed other than water it. Okay, strawberries are doing good. Some of the older strawberry plants have already got red strawberries on them. We've weeded in between, so tomorrow we're gonna put some wood chip in between this bed here. This bed had spinach. We've turned it over. At the end there, we've got like a sweet corn, just like we got sweet corn at the end of the other bed here. In here, we're gonna put a combination of companion planting. We've already got like some courgettes here, so we'll be companion planting this bed. There is a plan, possibly removing this archway and putting an archway that is much more easier to use, which is going to be sitting in the bed itself so that we can plant tomatoes either side. Fingers crossed, we'll see when we come to that one. So the garlic needs a week. I think these garlics in here needs a week. So I'll just give them a little bit more time to sort of mature up, maybe even get a little bit bigger. So I'm still watering them because the leaves haven't turned completely brown. Right, so these onions also need possibly a week or two. So I'm gonna leave them until the leaves have started to fall down, like what these red ones are doing here. So once they do that, I don't water them anymore. I just wait for them to actually like do their thing, get ready, pull them out. This bed, I'll be removing everything from this bed tomorrow or the next day or the day after that, depending on whether I feel good enough or well enough in myself. Potatoes in the bag are doing amazing. Look at that. They're doing really, really well. So we might actually have more potatoes this year than we did last year. Okay, so fingers crossed on that. As you can see, the grapevine is absolutely crazy. There's so many of those grape bunches on there. I just have to actually like make sure that this grapevine is pruned properly this year to get the maximum fruits out of these plants. There are 3 grapevines here, so we'll see how they go. Okay, this is the garlic that we actually like harvested today. I think we possibly got 10 pounds of garlic here, easily. I'm thinking like about 5 kilograms of garlic, but it could be more. All my variety of tomato, they're all here. So I'm gonna I've let them out of the polytunnel, because what I want to do is repurpose the polytunnel so that I can start to put my buckets of hot chili peppers and Okay. Everything is looking good. It's really nice and sunny, but not very humid today. So we've been able to actually do quite a lot. Okay, we paced ourselves nicely. We've moved our compost, which I'm really, really happy about. That's a compost I'm going to be using in the buckets. I'm just going to mix it in with a little bit of perlite and vermiculite, just to give it a little bit more draining capacity, because that's going to be the one for the peppers, and peppers do not like to sit in the wet. Okay, so right. If there's any question that you have, please feel free to actually ask. Other than that, we are done at the allotment today. Good morning and welcome to another video here at the Organic Roads Allotment. We're hiding in our polytunnel today at the beginning of this video because it's raining outside. We've got two little projects that we need to do today, and one of those projects is to sort of transplant out the watermelons. So I've got watermelons that are ready to be transplanted out. So I've got a little space for them. And also what we're gonna do is transplant out some of these cauliflower romanesco. Those are the two projects we've got. I'll show you where we're going to be putting the watermelons and where we're going to be putting these brassicas. We've got plenty of brassicas to put out, so we're going to try and fill about 2 beds today. Okay, right? I'll see you in a second. Okay, we've braved the weather and we are outside of the polytunnel now. Now I've got this trunk here full of different type of brassicas. I've got Brussels sprouts, I've got kales in here, I've got red cabbage, I've got, so I've got about 5 different brassicas in there. And some of them are going in this bed here, to the right side of that. And there's these 2 specific beds, which are specifically like I've left for brassicas. As you can see, there are these poles here, so I can put a net over. So that's gonna be all different mixture of brassicas, and I'm gonna put marigold as well with them. This one already have like some calendulas in it, so I'm just gonna be putting some brassicas in it, filling in the gaps in here. And this is where we're gonna be putting our watermelon. So we're gonna fill this with compost and put our watermelon there. It's chucking it down again, so we're just gonna go back in and just kind of like plan where we're putting the stuff. Okay, we're back in the polytunnel, as you can hear. It is definitely chucking it down. Yeah. Okay, so whilst we are actually marooned in here, I've actually thought of a little project that I wanted to do, and that is I've since dug out my polytunnel so that there is a little bit more room when I'm standing right here in the middle. So what I'm gonna do is dig out the sides, just so that when I have my chilies in here, that they don't go all the way up to the ceiling. Okay, we're gonna stop now for a while because it's chucking it down, and you possibly won't hear what I'm saying. Whilst it's been raining and we are stuck here in the polytunnel, so I've decided to actually like lower the side of the polytunnel. So when I put down what I'm going to be growing my peppers in, so what I have, I might still change it. What I have is this 30-liter bucket And these are really, really good because the depth is perfect for chilies. But what I'm gonna do is only fill them halfway, because chilies are one of those really, really funny type of plants where the roots have to actually like get to a certain level. Like I seen, they have to fill the container before the plants start to actually like think, oh, okay, let's put on some chilies. So I'm not gonna fill it completely because I don't want to actually get my chilies much later on in the season. So, and this here will all be strategically placed on the floor over. So let me just pivot the camera a little bit. So as you can see, what I'm trying to do now is just take maybe shave off about 5 centimeters. So this will be lower, and as the plant grows, they don't then butt up against this the plastic. Okay, I've already dug, as you can see where I'm standing, I've already kind of like dug this down so that as I'm walking, there's actually room, because the polytunnel is so old now. I think I've got this coming very close to maybe 8 years, maybe 10 years. And even when I got it, it was already like kind of like a second-hand polytunnel. I didn't get it new. So this polytunnel could easily be 15 years old. And the bottom part have rotted down, and as I actually like each and every year either reposition it and put it somewhere else, it just kept going down. So this is why I put like this massive ditch in the middle, and I'm now shaving off a little bit of sand from either side of this either side of the polytunnel. We need to transplant out our watermelon. I'm gonna put the watermelon close to the new grapevine support that I've actually like created over there. We're gonna fill the like a little space with rotted down manure, and then we'll put them in there. The second project, or the second thing that we want to do, is to be able to plant out our brassicas. I've got 4 different type of brassicas. I got Brussels sprout, I got kales, I've got 2 different type of cabbages, and a Roman seco cauliflower. And some of those are still in their seed snails. So I'm gonna actually like open that and fill up this bed. So bed number 2 from the gate, bed number 3, and there are also some that are actually going on bed number 4 after the strawberries, and also in bed number 5. So I just want all my brassicas out, and I'm gonna do some succession sowing. So I'm gonna sow some more brassicas, especially like the kales, to be able to have like more seed snails at home, or here the allotment, just waiting, just in case I needed to pull some out and put some new one in. Okay, let me show you the specific spaces where we put in these transplants. First, watermelon. So I've got 4 blacktail mountain watermelon. They are going in here. So I'm gonna fill this up with well rotted down horse manure, and I'm gonna put them in here, and my hope is that they will vine in here and climb this fence, right? And then we've got this bed here for the brassicas. This is completely empty. I'm gonna put a combination of different type of brassicas in here with some marigold. This bed already has calendulas in it, so I love the mix. There's some calendulas, there's some also like shallots in there. Okay, so this is going to be filled with brassicas as well. This is my bean and peas bed. I mean, the peas haven't really done well because the weather has been really, really dry, but I've seeded some more that seems to have actually been eaten by something. We're gonna actually sow some more peas in here today, just so that we've actually got, peas going, and hopefully whatever ate the other ones isn't gonna come and repeat. Right. And there's this bed here. So I've got big plans for this bed. So like I'm gonna put some brassicas in here, but not completely fill it, because this side of the bed, once this garlic are out, this is where I'm gonna put a part of my tomatoes, and the other part is gonna go here. So it's gonna be tomatoes and borlotti beans. And there is a plan to actually replace this archway. I might not do that project today. I don't think I've got the energy to, but I'm thinking about taking this down, putting a proper arch. I've got 3 arches that are really wide. I'm gonna put them here, and then put like a kettle wire in the middle of them. So that will be for tomatoes and borlotti beans. Exciting stuff. Let's get going before we run out of time. Okay, this is a leftover manure that we've actually received. I think we got this, well, a few days ago. Okay, we've got our watermelons. This is the blacktail mountain watermelon. So, like I said, this is the second year that I'm actually attempting to grow this. So last year, I don't think I gave them enough feed. This year I'm going overboard. I'm also going to put a little bit of chicken manure around the base of the plant. Right? Take it out of this little pot. Good root system in here. And then tie the twine up to this string, and then put it right next to the watermelon, just to give it some encouragement for it to climb up. Okay, a little bit of compost at the bottom, just so it has something to feed on straight away. These plants are looking really, really good. So I'm very optimistic that this year is gonna be Let me just get some chicken manure pellets, and then we can sprinkle some. All right, let me show you. We've made progress. So these are the Blacktail Mountain watermelons. Okay, so all I have to do now is to put some twine that will go from the wire all the way to the floor. And I'll pin it down with some wires so that the watermelon can actually twine itself onto that, because I don't want it flapping around in the wind. Okay, so let's go and do that, and we'll go to project number 2. Okay, we are still at the allotment, and the next part that we're looking at is, transplanting out the brassicas. So I've specifically saved this bed just for the brassicas because I know I can protect it with a net. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna plant them in, or transplant them in lines, but because they are still in seed snails, I'm going to save some of them and just sort of like keep them for later. Okay, so what we're gonna start with, let's just take the seed snail out. Now, the amazing thing that I've noticed about the seed snails is that these plants are really big, yet they seem really happy because the seed snail is really tall, and all the plants are literally able to get all their roots around and get all the watering and nutrients they need. So they don't look stressed at all. I was expecting that by this time, because this Brussels sprout, I saw this on the 15th of April. They've just been in my lean-to at home. Okay, so let's just open it up, see what we get. I've been really impressed with most of the seed snails that I've actually opened and used in the last couple of weeks when I've transplanted some of that other stuff. They seem to actually work really, really well. Okay, so I'm just laying it out and choosing the strongest plants out of the seed snails. As you can see, it's almost like a belt. So these are the Brussels sprouts. So lay them out like a belt like that, and I can then transplant them where I need. This year, I'm going to be sunny because last year got caught out a little bit. Okay, so the Brussels sprouts are in. We're going to go into our seed snail vault again, and then we'll see what will get out. Okay, and in between this Brussels sprout plants, I'm intending to put some marigolds. I've got some marigold seedlings that I'm gonna be putting in between, just, you know, number one, to deter the slugs. Number two, it just looks nice, you know, green with some colors. Okay, so I'll see you in a second. Okay, now that we've shown you how how we open up our seed snails, so the next thing that I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna hurry this video up and plant out as many of the stuff I can, and then I'll show you what we do more. So, okay, right. Let's do that. This took longer than I expected actually, but at least it's done. All I have to do now is just make sure that I put a net over here, over this bed to protect it, because I don't want cabbage whitefly or cabbage butterfly to actually come and lay eggs on those small baby brassicas. Okay, so I'm not gonna stop. The next thing is this bed here, right? So I'm gonna look again into this vault here and see what we can put in here. I've already got some Romanesco cauliflower. That's going in there where I put it, and I'm gonna put something in here and kind of just mix it up. Okay, I'll show you when that's done, because I don't want to bore you with literally bed by bed by bed. I think the main project is done for today. We've transplanted some red acre cabbage. We've transplanted some kale, which is a Siberian kale, or what is it called? It's midnight summer. So midnight summer. We've transplanted some cauliflower manchesco and some Brussels sprouts. So all I'm gonna do now is find a way to actually cover this bed, because I'm not sure, but I don't want to leave this uncovered because I think they'll get eaten. Okay, so I mean, like in the next few days and weeks, we'll get to know whether any of these transplants were successful. If you want to find out, this would be the perfect time for you to subscribe to our little channel. We don't have loads of subscribers at the moment, which most of the time is a good thing, because I can actually do what I really like without having to worry whether I'm actually like upsetting someone or pleasing someone. So yeah, subscribe to our channel. You could follow our season. Now and then, I think this season I'm gonna do a drone a month. So every month I'll put up the drone just to show the changes within the allotment and to show what the allotment is looking like at that point in time. Right? Thank you very much for watching this video today, and yeah, and we'll see you in the next video.